is Stephen in deepest Wiltshire. Thank you for joining me on this rather cold morning. We are expecting to have snow this week and on Tuesday and Thursday. So we're wrapping up warm and making sure that we are set against the cold and only going out if we have to. We're expecting 20 centimetres or 18 inches of snow. And for the UK, that's unusual, but we just have to keep an eye on it. So, first thing I'd like to say is welcome to the show. And for today, I'm doing something I don't normally do, and that's I'm doing a BeLive TV solo broadcast. So this is just me on screen, no guests, and I'm doing this because this is really a trip down memory lane. And I can see that I'm live on Facebook, and I'm going to switch back. And incredibly, one of the things that's important when you do go live solo is you have an agenda. And if you're watching the replay, today I'm going to be taking a trip down memory lane and talking about some of my favorite broadcasters and a few hints and tips along the way. And I'd like to say hello to Patricia. Patricia, hello. No,
I don't know that one.
Thank you for joining me. I just need to unplug Alexa because Alexa is talking in the background, and that's one of the perils of going live, is that the unexpected happens, and I've got an Echo Dot, and the Echo Dot decided to talk at the wrong time, so it's been switched off. Nice to see you, Pat. Now, as I say, this is a trip down memory lane because this is how it all began with BeLive.tv. Insofar as it was one person. Well, let's go to, I've done a heading for this, a special heading. This is how it began. One person, one camera, one agenda, and integrated comments. And thank you, Patricia. And this is helping. I am actually also one person, one camera, and comments. Looking forward to Tish joining me. I was messaging Tish earlier today, and it's always good when yourself and Tish get together, and anybody else who's watching. Now, to go through the agenda, I'm going to go through, first of all, this is solo, but I can still see your comments, and I can feature those comments on screen. And from a broadcasting point of view, that is very important because it means that we get an interactive show, everybody gets involved, and featuring a comment on screen can have an effect, and actually asking a question while somebody's live can have an effect. Now, you notice that the number of viewers is going steadily up. It's just doubled. Welcome to the show. This is Stephen taking a trip down memory lane and talking about BeLive.tv solo, amongst other things. Now, it's just good to point out at this stage that you can go and broadcast on BeLive TV for free. You can have 2 shows of 20 minutes duration, totally for free, every week of the year, and that allows people around the globe who are not subscribing to the paid version of the system to broadcast to their audience on a regular basis. Because if you're broadcasting solo, then it's just a blast to be able to do that. So BeLive does give 2 20-minute broadcasts a week. If you have the paid version, however, then you can do a longer show. And today at 12 p.m. Eastern, I'll be live with David Burrows, who's based in Ontario in Canada, or in fact in Sarnia in Ontario in Canada. And we will be talking about, well, could possibly snow, talking about snow. I just noticed that it started snowing outside. And we talk about building your online community. Now, when we started, we were thinking of a community as being like the community that's local to David. He broadcasts every day of the week in Sarnia, especially the hockey. And just to note that Sarnia won 9-0 over the weekend. So shout out for Sarnia. But we talk about building a community. And when we first started, we thought the community was in actual fact the local community. But we've since widened that because it's our Facebook community, it's our friends and contacts on Facebook. And we reach out every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern and talk about building your community online. And it's, well, David describes it as fun, fact-filled hour. And in fact, it is, because we've had some great people on the show over the months. And I'm looking forward to broadcasting at 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, something which I've mistyped my agenda, but I'm going to bring it up on screen anyway. This is a reminder for all people who are broadcasting internationally. We know that the majority of our audience is in fact in the States, and you have in the States, your clocks change on the 11th of March. Now that wouldn't be a problem for everybody around the world if our clocks changed at the same time. But unfortunately, in the UK, our clocks changed 2 weeks later, which means that for 2 weeks, we're out of kilter. In other words, 5 p.m. in the UK becomes 1 p.m. in the Eastern Coast. So shows will have to change. And I generally change mine from being 5 p.m. in the UK to 4 p.m. in the UK, which means that I'm going out at the same time in the USA, because we've got shows Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday. So beware of the clock change coming, starting on March 11th. And thanks to Tish for pointing that out. And that's the other thing, that the broadcasting community is very supportive. Was that in relation to the snow or to the time? If it's to the snow, we're in for a packet of snow, and we're you know, I mean, we know what it's like in parts of the USA and Canada, so we shouldn't complain really when we get the odd couple of days of snow. As far as the time difference is concerned, it just means you've got to have 2 sets of show cards. I've got show cards for Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday, and they currently say 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UK. I just have to change those to 12 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UK. So, workaround. That's a workaround. So, if you have joined me, this is welcome to the show. I'm doing a solo broadcast, a trip down memory lane, as we look at how Be Live TV has evolved. It possibly, my next broadcast will be a 2-person broadcast. So if anybody wants to join me sometime, probably the same time tomorrow will be a good idea. Then we can do that. I said that I can see your comments, and I can, even on the solo broadcast. And I've said that Be Live gives 20 minutes, 2 20-minute broadcasts a week free to everybody. Right, and the sun is shining in California because Patricia's saying there's no snow in Stockton, California. I'd love to visit one day, has to be said. I've been to LA, but I haven't been any further than that really, because we flew into LA on a stopover from Fiji, and then we flew on to Heathrow. So I would love to spend a bit more time. Okay, right, now, one of the things about live video is that unfortunately most people watch it with the sound off. So what happens then? Well, they can see your face, they can see the captions you put on screen, but they can't see anything else. So on shorter videos, it is good to actually put on closed captions, because not only does it help with people seeing a video and actually be able to read before they switch the volume up. What you should do is try and entice people to switch the volume up, but it also makes for greater accessibility for everybody. And I caption some of my shows, but the best captioning software isn't on Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. The best captioning software is actually on YouTube. So I transfer my videos over to YouTube using repurpose.io, and we'll talk about that later. Once they're on YouTube, then there's a wonderful closed captioning system that YouTube provide for free, which means you can close caption any video that you have on YouTube. So you're using the Google speech to text engine, which is just superb. When you go in, you can edit the text. It's a great test of how clear you are speaking, because if the transcription engine on YouTube can understand everything that you're saying, then you are speaking clearly. If it can't, then it might be time to slow down and get some more practice, and then come back live and just talk naturally and slowly as though you're having a chat with somebody, rather than trying to rush out a series of points. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. Closed captions are useful. YouTube provide the best. I've done a video which shows you how to do that step by step. It's in the Believers group. Thank you, Patricia. It's in the Believers group. And the magic of this is that you can export those captions from YouTube onto Facebook. So what I'm saying is, you do a Facebook Live, you transfer the video to YouTube, you take the captions that YouTube creates and you put them on Facebook. And the whole thing, well, I mean, most of it happens automatically. All the transcription is automatic. You just need to go through and check it for the odd word that might be wrong, because the accuracy is in the 90th percentile area. So there's only the odd thing you have to change. And a shout out to Tina. I did do transcription on a broadcast the other day. Tina's based in Tennessee, and she said that nobody could understand her southern accent. Well, Google can. So there's the good news. And having done that, right, okay. Hello, good morning, April. And nice, good that you join us. And yeah, and April's saying that she has 3-hour shows, and that would take a long time to transcribe. I accept that. I wouldn't even dare to do a 1-hour show, and it would be way too much editing. Although it has to be said that the more you use the system, the more reliable the transcription becomes. Now, admittedly, you'd have to watch back the 3-hour replay. And I know you and I watch bits of our broadcast to make sure that they're coming out as they should. But to actually sit through 3 hours of a broadcast when you could actually be broadcasting, yeah, close call. But I would say on balance, 3-hour videos, don't do it. And good morning, April. I'm taking a trip down memory lane at the moment by just going live on Be Live Solo. So that video is in the Believers group, and it shows you exactly how to do a transcription and put it back on Facebook. Right, now because I'm solo today, there are no messenger bots on this show, principally because I'm just relaxing. The thing is, when we do a talk show, and we now have up to 4 people on screen, then as the show host, you find yourself running around watching the comments, displaying them on screen, watching your guests, listening to your guests, bringing on photographs, doing screen shares. Well, there's none of that on solo. It's just you, the camera, and the comments. So I'm enjoying this as like a breath of fresh air. So I didn't put any messenger bots, but you will find links below. What, this is it. April saying she can't remember the last time she used solo or interview. And that's a good point. If you're going to go live, most of us would, not over 90% of the time, in fact, probably 99% of the time, we would go live on talk show, whether it's us and a guest, or 4 people on screen. We still go live on talk show, because I cannot from here share images, and I cannot share my screen, though I do see the reactions and the comments to the broadcast now. But the only thing I have to do is bring comments up on screen, so it makes it a lot easier. But I thought I'd do a trip and stick around. Now there are links in the comments. If you've never broadcast before, and I know that April has quite a bit, then there are links below which will take you to a short mini course which shows you how to get over those nerves of going live. It's just a short 5-day course, and RJ Redden, who I respect in messenger bot building, has taken the course and enjoyed it, and I can't say fairer than that really, because she is the queen of messenger bots. So do check out the links. You check out links to the free mini course which is on Messenger, the links to my Udemy courses, and the link to the free BeLive.tv course, which as I speak is being updated to take care of all the changes that BeLive have made recently. And this show that I'm doing now is actually being recorded in high definition so that I can use it within the course. So I've mentioned the Manychat landing pages. They're all down below, and that's one of the benefits of Manychat. When you want to get the word out about your broadcasts, then you need a place to do it. Now, you could do it on Facebook because that's where your audience are, but you need a home. You can either have your own website or you can have a landing page. Now, a landing page is somewhere to send people to give them more information than is available in the Facebook post, and it's a place to get them to sign up to your messenger so that you can actually send them a broadcast and keep in touch with them and start conversations. Now with Manychat, the paid version, you can have as many landing pages as you want, and when you think that some companies are charging $50 a month for the privilege of having a single or a couple of landing pages, then this is the bargain of the week. And if you take a look at those landing pages, you'll see basically how they're set out. Just a reminder, I am recording this for a Udemy course, so all comments that are made during the course of this live will actually appear in the Udemy course. And I'd like to thank Patricia and April for making the comments. And this is a BeLive in 5 production. Now, BeLive in 5, and April is a BeLive in 5er, as well as being a net friendinger. Started in June last year, and basically its purpose is to help you go live on BeLive.tv, and we do that for free through the Udemy course which I mentioned earlier, and also through our mentorship program. And many people have taken advantage of 15 minutes free advice on how to go live, and we're going to be doing a lot of things in the coming months, so watch BeLive in 5. My only call to action today is if you're watching this and you've not liked the BeLive in 5 page, just think about it and give it a quick like. We're now heading towards 500 likes, and considering we rarely push it, that's quite an achievement because we only started on the 1st of June last year. All right, and thank you, April. And April's joining the Udemy course. Wonderful. Any critique of the course would be good, April. Any feedback? I'm just in the middle of updating it with the 4-seat talk show, and as you can probably gather now, with this current solo layouts. So that'd be good. And thank you. BeLive in 5 and NetFriending are 2 organizations that are here to help you go live and get used to being on camera and to answer your questions. In fact, talking of which, see how we prepared, April. One of the people whose company that I do enjoy and who I respect immensely is April Roger, and with Roy, she runs the NetFriending organization on Facebook, broadcasting weekdays at various times. April, if you could pop the times in, I'll publicize those as well. But April, I respect for helping so many people since BeLive began, both inside the BeLivers group, on the NetFriending shows. And if you want to find out more about BeLive.tv and more about what it should be about networking, about making friends, and more than broadcasting. This is not about broadcasting, it's about creating friends and friendships. And here we have the times you can catch the show: Monday through Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern at NetFriending, and I generally catch the replay because I'm in the UK and that's 1:30 a.m. in the morning for me. So I enjoy the replays. If I stopped up till 1:30, I'd be useless for the following day, but I might do it one day, you never know. So that's April, and catch April and Roy live. The other person you should catch live, if you're in Australia, is Adaire Palmer. Now, Adaire Palmer's been with Be Live in 5 for quite a while now, and been doing a show on Be Live in 5, but is now with Theoni doing a show for Women in Business Adelaide, which means that if you are in Australia, you can catch all of Adaire's shows and get assistance in Australia by chatting with Adaire and Theoni. And again, I catch that show on the replay as well, because that tends to be too early in the morning for me, or too late at night. And another shout out to my co-host, Tina Shang, co-host and Udemy instructor. Tina and I will be live at 12 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, and we'll be talking about, well, talk show, because we'll be able to have 4 people on screen. You're welcome to join us as a guest and have some fun and get to know people. We had a blast last week, and it's just the best way to actually go live. So I've actually got to the end of my agenda. Wow. So this has been a BeLive.tv solo broadcast, and as I say, there is a free version of BeLive.tv. You can do 2 broadcasts a week. If you want to do 16 broadcasts a month of whatever length you want, then it's $15 a month. And if you want unlimited access, it's $25 a month. And it's well worth it to be able to broadcast in such high quality onto Facebook. I'm live with David Burrows, another of my co-hosts. I'm live at 12 p.m. Eastern today, and we're live on David's TSVN page, or is it TVSN? Okay, one of the two. And a reminder, it's a reminder to people in the UK, it is in the US, because in the US, and I missed the I out of in, but in the US, Tish has advised me that your clocks change on Sunday, the 11th of March, which is no problem for you. But in the UK, because you get daylight earlier and you get longer evenings, but in the UK, we do not change our clocks until the 25th of March, which means that the 5-hour gap we have at the moment shrinks to 4 hours, and we have to change the times in the UK accordingly. So for those 2 weeks, shows that go out at 12 p.m. Eastern will be going out at 4 p.m. in the UK, which means we've got to change all our show cards to show the different times. Although, having said that, the 25th of March, we change over to British Summertime, which is BST, and hopefully the sun will come out then. But before that, we've got a week of snow to go. So, thank you for watching, and this has been a great show. Thank you for joining me, April and Patricia. I look forward to seeing you both again. As I say, we're live at 12 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all later. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now. And thank you for the like. Well, thank you for the love, April. Okay, take care. Bye. Right, so the broadcast is now ending, and hopefully in a second it will come up and tell me that it has ended. I'm just going to go over to the Facebook page, and there you can see the broadcast and April's comments, and below that the comments that were made by Patricia. And I've got a feeling, well, this is how you do the broadcast, and